Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests from both sides, Europe and China. This is the very first time for the European Union to organize a tourism year. And the European Union decided to do it with China. And I'm supposed to explain you why we did it in 5 minutes. I will use some slides to help me. And also, I hope that you get from these 5 minutes a feeling of the opportunities you, all the operators, public and private, you can get from this experience. Of course, I would like to thank the organizers, ETOA and COTRI, and all the people and the partners working with the European Commission to organize this 2018 Tourism Year. So the title of my presentation is EU-China Tourism Year, a unique opportunity. Why Europe decided to work with China? Why Europe decided with China to launch the tourism year in 2018? First of all, because China is one of the biggest and growing markets for outbound tourism towards Europe, because the spending per visitor is increasing, and as you can see from the figure, the trend has been positive during the last years, notwithstanding the problems related to security and terrorism. The second point is the relevance of the European level for China. For China, which is a big country, is easier and, let's say, most suitable to deal with another big actor. So EU as a whole is a big actor. And also, from the point of view of Chinese travelers, Europe is seen as a single destination by many Chinese. So when you travel to Europe, of course, you go to many countries, European countries. And also, for Chinese investors, Europe is most of all a single market. So it's a big opportunity to have investments in many European countries. What is the EU added value? The EU added value is to have a very powerful political leverage. I should remind you that the decision to have the 2010 EU-China Tourism Year has been taken by the President of the European Commission, Jean-Claude Juncker, in 2018, and the Chinese Prime Minister Li during the EU-China Summit. And also, to have this initiative at the European level, it means that we can use European funds. This event has been funded by the European Union, and all the events taking place in 2018 will be funded by, at least co-funded by the European Union. And also, this is a lesson for Europeans. If you go together, it's easier. You can get more. Being together as a European in China is also part of a cultural diplomacy agenda, is part of the people-to-people dialogue launched by the European Union with China, and with other, of course, countries. And also, it's easier to create economic opportunities. So these are the reasons why we decided to have the EU-China Tourism Year with China. What are the objectives? Of course, from the European point of view, the first objective is to increase the visibility of European destinations, to bring to the market new destinations. Of course, we don't need to bring Venice or Rome or London or Paris to the Chinese market, but we need to give value to less known destinations. And also, the main objective is to have massive communication marketing campaigns towards China. From the institutional point of view, this EU-China Tourism Year is also an opportunity to have a visibility at the highest level. As I already said, the decision to have the EU-China Tourism Year was taken in 2016 in the EU-China Summit. And this year in June, as we will see, the President Juncker, the Chinese Prime Minister, unveiled the logo of the 2018 China Tourism Year. And this dialogue will continue in the next EU-China Summit in 2018. The two leaders will report progress on the EU-China Tourism Year. And this is exactly what I've been saying. This is the picture of the President Juncker and the Prime Minister Li unveiling the logo in Brussels in the 2nd of June 2017. Of course, you can understand this is a very powerful tool to cover all the initiatives of the EU-China Tourism Year. And also, during the EU-China Summit in June, you can see on the back President Juncker, Prime Minister Li, and President Tusk. The arrangement on the implementation of the 2018 EU-China Tourism Year has been signed by the chair of CNTA and by the Director General for Industry and Tourism, Mrs. Evans, during a official signing ceremony. What we want to do, we don't want to move all alone as a European Commission, of course, but this initiative, this project has been conceived to mobilize. So we want to mobilize the member states, we want to mobilize the European regions, we want to mobilize the private sector to create a common platform for the 2018 EU-China Tourism Year. We have so now, what are the opportunities from this year? So we want to have a big high-level start. So we will have the opening event in Venice on the 19th of January 2018. It will be a very high-level event. The two prime ministers, the Italian prime minister and the Chinese prime minister, have been invited. We are really looking forward to have the confirmation of their participation, along with Commissioner Bienkowska, the President of the European Parliament, Tajani, the Vice President Mogherini, and many other representatives from Europe and China. Okay, of course, Venice, as you can understand, is a very symbolic city for the dialogue between Europe and China. It's the city of Marco Polo, the Silk Road. There are many reasons to have the opening event in Venice. And the opening event will be institutional, so mainly institutional speeches, but also it will be also business-oriented. In Venice, the same day in the afternoon, we will organize the first EU-China Tourism Summit, which will be the next matchmaking event after this one in London. To make it a success, we want also to have actors, operators, bottom-up to be involved. And we are preparing a program of events during 2018, coming from member states, from regions. And also we will have 8 B2B matchmaking events during the year, like the one we are having today, 4 in China and 4 in Europe. So if you already attended this event, maybe you will be interested to be on board also for the next events. Of course, actors, operators like you, European airlines, tour operators, hotel chains, all kind of business involved in the tourism industry are most welcome. So I strongly suggest you to be on board for all over the 2018. You can get all the information from the official site, which has been launched some weeks ago. We will put on this site all the information concerning events, agendas, and we will be able also to register to participate. That's it. I'm, of course, available for any questions later during the 2 days. Thanks a lot.